Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is PlasmaRPG. Welcome to a first impression video. This first impression video is going to be basically on the manga Ajin. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the manga Ajin, I know a lot of people are unfamiliar with it because this manga does not have an anime, and it just recently started like maybe last year of August, I believe. So it's been on for a year, and it's only 22.5 chapters. Hence the 0.5. That basically means half a chapter. So what they're going to do with the 22nd chapter is going to make it like 70 pages, but they really couldn't do that, so they decided to put it up to a half a chapter. So basically this manga only, it does not have an anime adaptation. Sadly, hope to see an anime someday, maybe when I'm in college, which will be next year hopefully. So it is basically adventure, action, supernatural, seinen, a new genre that I have no idea what it is. Basically a seinen, I'll put the name somewhere there. So if you're like, my pronunciation may be horrible, so if you're familiar with this, basically if you're not familiar with it though, it is basically meant for mature audiences. So basically it's meant for people who are going to college, like age 17. So basically meant mature audiences. So basically it focuses more on plot than action and everything else. Like it's usually mistaken for like, you know, shonen, but it's more mature, more plot, less action, you know what I mean? So basically I'll be doing like impressions on the first 3 chapters, I believe, so I'll try not to spoil anything, but obvious things that I state will be obvious, so it's not really super spoiled when you're reading because it's going to be obvious when later. So basically a high school student at the age of 16 named Kei Nagia was basically a high school student who was basically studying a lot hard, you know, to cure his sister of this disease that, you know, really hard to cure. So he's always in school, not talking to anybody, doesn't have any friends. I believe he does have friends, but you know, he doesn't hang out with them a lot and everything else. And then, you know, one day he got into a car and a freaking truck hit him. He went into a truck accident, but he was supposed to be dead, but he didn't die. He came back to life. Wait, what? Yes, he came back to life because he himself is an Ajin. Ajin is basically like this like type of person, I guess, who comes to life. Like there are only 47 located in the world, and basically like people all over the world try to capture these Ajins, experiment on them, wonder what makes them Ajins, and basically he can't die. So basically, let's say an Ajin, you were an Ajin, and you were to get into freaking like jump off a cliff. You're not dying. You're gonna get back right up, back with your arms healed, everything else, but that basically makes him immortal. And basically he was kind of scared, like, you know, I'm not human, I'm not human anymore, I don't know what to do. Then basically his friend Kai, who we get to find out about Kai in the later chapters, after chapter 3 you get to find out, like, you know, how he became friends with Kei, you know, why he doesn't talk to him that much, why, you know, Kei doesn't talk to Kai that much, you know, and also about, you know, those two characters themselves, also like how Kei's true character, you get to also find out, since this is more of a mature manga, you get to find out about his character more, the fact that he is just not what he seems. He may seem like a nice kid, but, you know, a nice teenager, but he has a lot more darker character, and it's just all mature. And also, by the way, these black ghosts called IBM. They're called by the Japanese government IBM, but you know, people call them like black ghosts. And basically Arjins are referred to as Demi-Humans, so they basically take human characteristics. They're able to control these black like creatures and summon them. So basically, you know, like you could summon like a beast within you, and different Ajins take different forms, you know, some can talk, but then Ajins are meant to like obey people, like, you know, but then later on you get to see with also these different characters also, like, you know, then basically when Kei and Kai were going away, they basically got hijacked, you know, basically what happened was, and then the whole like, it just shows such like graphical scenes that I warn you, I seriously am going to warn you, if you're like under the age of freaking 18, you cannot stand discussing things, you cannot read this manga. Well, you shouldn't read this manga, but if you're feeling gutsy, you may read this manga. I'll link this manga description below, because I don't know where you can find this manga retail, because not even retail, I think it's a fan subbed, so I'm not really sure you can find it. It's only 22.5 chapters, so you can easily catch up this manga, because I found this manga on my sub box by a YouTube user called Chibi Reviews, I believe. So Chibi, he's a really like, he has 12,000 subscribers. Obviously I was watching his video when I found it, I was like really interested because what he said about showing his channel, the manga, and the video he did on the manga, which inspired me to do my first impressions video, which is why I gotta thank for that, because that manga is absolutely brilliant. It's so like dark and gory, and you know, since this is having a manga adaptation, I had to put an anime that's like somewhat reminds me of Ajin. Like when I was thinking of Ajin, I was thinking of the show Another, because it has like graphical scenes. It's very dark. It focuses on such like, you know, graphical scenes. The plot, the story does move on. So, you know, hopefully this manga just get an anime one day, because this manga was just absolutely brilliant. And I cannot wait to review the manga for you guys, because I will be doing a review when more chapters come out. I'll be reviewing for you guys, because then hopefully later on more and more people can hear about this manga, read it, and then becomes popularized, and maybe they can get an anime itself. Hopefully if it does become an anime one day, hopefully I'm not going to my last year of college, maybe it'll be an anime, who knows, because I would love to see there's some scenes in the manga that I absolutely would love to see in an anime format. But sadly, I don't know, there's this one scene in Ajin where it basically it showed basically it's basically about also as you go throughout the manga. I think after chapter 12, whatever, it shows a terrorism scene. The guy took a plane and crashed. So basically, he was hijacked a plane. So that's future chapters where I'm not going to tell you why he hijacked the plane, for his purpose, but he hijacked the plane, crashed in the ground. So basically, that was good luck that anime being freaking America or whatever, because freaking whole 9/11 scenes and everything else. So the whole thing there, since September is coming soon, now it's coming soon as well. I don't know, it's gonna come to America. I hope it does. I hope it comes everywhere, just for all of us to enjoy. Overall, Kay is an interesting character. Kai, especially Kai's character, and I guess Kay's well, some people like Kay, some people don't. I'm forward with middle with him, because at first he was a guy who's overreacting, but then also later on he became more of a douche, sort of. But then I guess I'm starting to like him, because I hope chapter 23 comes out soon. I hope it comes out every month, every 2 months, so I can find out what happened at chapter 22.5. By the way, if you are somehow hopefully reading this manga, you should let me know what you thought of this manga, because I would love to read your guys' comments and opinions on it. Check out the manga, give it a shot, read the first 5 chapters. Do not expect, oh my god, super action-y on this manga. Expect more progression of plot, moving forward with different characters. I will be rereading this manga, because manga sort of did confuse me on something with the IBMs, and also different characters such as Tosaki-san, whatever, and also how he apparently has a an agent on his side. Apparently, if she didn't work for him, she would torture him and everything else. Just how the government's trying to capture these agents and everything else. So, overall, this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you did like the video, share the video to your friends. Be sure to read the manga, by the way. Share the manga to your friends, because I want to get this manga as popular as I can. Hopefully, one day I can, this manga can be more popular, and it's awesome. I cannot wait to see people talking about it. And I'll see you guys later. Farewell.